Late at night, when the traffic on the A5 begins to thin out and the headlights stop flashing constantly across the old timber walls of the Four Crosses Inn, there's this one story that still gets repeated more than any other. Not by drinkers anymore and not by locals gathered around a bar, but by paranormal investigators, ghost hunters, and people who now enter the building hoping to experience something strange for themselves. Because although the Four Crosses is no longer operating as a public inn, its reputation never disappeared. If anything, it became even darker after the doors closed. And among all the stories attached to the building, one of the most unsettling is said to date back to the 1980s. According to local legend, a young boy ran out into the road directly outside the Four Crosses Inn. He was killed instantly on the A5. No exact year is usually given, and there's no publicly known name either. Just the same story, repeating over and over again until it slowly became part of the building itself. And in some ways that almost makes it more disturbing, because when details disappear, the imagination starts filling in the gaps. The Four Crosses Inn has stood beside this road for centuries. Long before the modern A5 existed, this was Watling Street, the ancient Roman road that cut across the country in an almost perfectly straight line. For hundreds of years, travellers stopped here on the journeys through Staffordshire, and the building became one of the best known roadside inns anywhere near Cannock Chase. But roads like the A5 have always carried danger alongside movement. Stagecoaches have overturned here and horses have bolted, and later fast moving cars and lorries thundered past the building day and night. Then came the story of the little boy. Some versions say he suddenly ran into the road, and others claim he appeared from darkness without warning. But every version ends the same. The collision was instant, and after that, strange reports supposedly began. People working inside the building claim they occasionally saw a small figure near the roadside before it vanished completely. Others describe catching sight of somebody standing outside through the window late at night, only for there to be nobody there when they looked again. Paranormal teams investigating the Four Crosses have since linked unexplained sounds and sights inside the building to that story, particularly in the quieter upstairs rooms and corridors. None of it has ever been conclusively proven, and that's what makes this story linger. There's no widely shared records naming the child, no confirmed newspaper reports that people can easily point to, and there's no memorial outside the building itself. Just fragments of a story that survived long after the supposed accident faded away. Maybe there really was a tragic death here that slowly disappeared from public memory, until only the haunting remained attached to the building. Or maybe the atmosphere of the Four Crosses, sitting isolated beside one of the busiest roads in Staffordshire, simply allowed rumours and folklore to grow over time until they became inseparable from the place itself. But even now, after the pub has closed and the building's become more known for ghost hunts than food or drink, this story still survives. And late at night, with the traffic still rushing past outside on the old Roman road, there are people who believe that whatever happened here in the 1980s never truly left the Four Crosses behind.